A denim ad, a cheeky pun, and now accusations of eugenics-coded messaging? Sydney Sweeney's new American Eagle campaign is either a harmless play on jeans and jeans or a tone-deaf nod to racial purity. The internet is split. Political figures and celebrities are weighing in. American Eagle deleted one version of the ad, but it was already too late. Then Dunkin and Abercrombie chimed in with their own spin-off ads, adding to the viral controversy. And a decades-old Calvin Klein commercial resurfaces in connection. So what's really going on?
You guys are complaining about that Sydney Sweeney jeans ad, so I went and saw it.
That's propaganda. Wow. I thought it was gonna be like kind of bad. That's gonna be in history book.
Hey, you wanna go to American Eagle?
Oh, I can't go in there because I'm black. Here we go again, setting back woman 20 to 40 years. What is going on with you, Sydney Sweeney?
Because it's one thing to talk about good jeans with a J in advertising, but it's a whole other thing to say someone has great jeans with a G.
I personally don't see why it's causing all this controversy. To me, it's just an ad for jeans.
I'm sorry, but if you genuinely think that Sydney Sweeney's commercial is somehow pointing to eugenics or white supremacy, you're delusional.
The drama is surrounding a recent American Eagle ad for jeans that features Sydney Sweeney, an actress best known for her breakout roles in Euphoria and The White Lotus, who's also sparked headlines for everything from selling bathwater soap to speaking out about being over-sexualized in the industry. The ad came with a few different versions. The first focused solely on the jeans, highlighting a pink butterfly design and the fact that proceeds would support a charity against DV. Another version leaned into wordplay, flashing the phrase "Sydney Sweeney has great jeans" on screen before swapping in jeans as a cheeky pun. But the version that set the internet on fire, that's this one.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My jeans are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has great jeans.
The camera lingers on her face, her blonde hair, blue eyes, before delivering the final punchline. Sydney Sweeney has great jeans. That voiceover, combined with the imagery, is what many critics zeroed in on, sparking a firestorm of commentary about whether the ad was just tone-deaf or tapping into something more coded. Right off the bat, people had a lot of thoughts on the whole thing. I'm so tired of her. Sydney Sweeney has great jeans, and it's the most unflattering pair of jeans I've ever seen in my life. Ew, this is disgusting. She's trying to be seductive, but sounds like she's on drugs. They are her so much, I don't even want to watch it, bruh. Remember when she complained about always being voice weird, words weird, gestures awkward, irrelevant person, jeans don't look good. Some people just couldn't get over the fact that the product itself does not appear in the ad how it should.
I'm over here like, is it me or do these jeans look horrible?
I bet you want to try these jeans.
I actually don't, you know? She's trying her best, bless her, but these jeans are really not doing anything for her, I'm afraid.
One thing I don't see a lot of people saying is, these jeans are completely ill-fitting. Like, every pair of jeans she has on, like, these don't look good.
Most people, though, they had a real problem with what they believe was the hidden message within the ad itself. It's not even the but the racism. So America is still racist, got it. And she was literally in The Handmaid's Tale, a show demonstrating the issues of only seeing women as catering to the male gaze. Conservative dystopia.
So that ad has a lot of people making comments like this. This user said something about an ad a woman with blonde hair and blue eyes while commenting that she has great jeans feels extremely conservative, especially in this political climate. Another person says Sydney Sweeney is doing fascist propaganda, and if you like her, you're a fascist too. It's quite possibly the stupidest, most likely to backfire liberal overreach social media pile-on in the history of the internet. And then I've seen videos of people calling it propaganda.
critics are calling attention to the phrasing of great genes being delivered by and centered around a blonde, blue-eyed white woman. Some people think there is a sinister subliminal racial messaging here. Essentially that they're trying to push an image of genetic purity, a narrative that a blonde white woman has superior genes.
Many thought it went way deeper than racism alone.
People are even calling it a eugenics campaign. Eugenics is the belief that people can improve their genetic traits by controlling who has children and who doesn't. The famously used eugenics as a way of pushing the narrative that the Aryan race is superior.
Should we be surprised that a company whose name is literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not, but it's still really shocking. Like, a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is not propaganda.
Why is she broadcasting about her genes in a commercial for denim? Are we in 1930s Germany? This ad would have gone crazy in 1940s Germany. The superior race propaganda is wild. American Eagle's Great Genes campaign featuring Sydney Sweeney, a white, blonde, blue-eyed actress, is unlikely to be a coincidence. In a time when white birth rates in the US are steadily declining, using a play on genes and genes subtly reinforces ideals of white hegemony and inherited beauty. This kind of messaging functions as a cultural dog whistle, innocuous on the surface but resonant with deeper political and racial undertones. It's not just about selling denim, it's about signaling who is still seen as the standard. Cancel American Eagle for this blatant eugenics. If not eugenics, why eugenics shaped?
Also, she is promoting eugenics, so let's get her out of here.
The ad is getting a lot of flack for being eugenics propaganda because of how American Eagle utilizes great genes with the G, and basically feeds into this idea of there being good genes and bad genes, which is a very eugenics premise.
Some even claim that the ad will keep them from purchasing anything from the brand in the future. Yeah, I'm never buying American Eagle again, or enjoying anything the actress may appear in. It just sucks because I really wanted to watch Euphoria Season 3 and Stranger Things 5, but with Sydney Sweeney and Noah Schnapp both being tied to white supremacy movements, I went from finding them actually attractive to suddenly finding them extremely hideous, and I cannot unsee or subject myself to it anymore. Even Doja Cat felt the need to weigh in on the subject.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
You know it's bad when even Doja makes fun of it. Doja Cat mocking Sydney Sweeney was not in my bingo card this year, but I ain't complaining. But not all people thought that the ad was negative. Am I the only one who doesn't see a problem with this? Her jeans are blue, as in she's wearing blue jeans. How is this racism? Honestly, America is such a hateful place. Jealous people. It's just an ad, and Sydney looks great. It's just a play on words that she's good looking. What's the problem? She's beautiful and has good genes. People need a lot of self-love so they don't feel offended by these kinds of ads. People have too much time on their hands. She looks good. I hate when they act like white people can't love themselves. I had to work today. There are people dying. What are we even talking about? Buy the jeans or not? If you don't like it, no stretch. It said she has great genes. Didn't say superior genes, didn't say the best genes. Simply said she has great genes, hoping you buy jeans and you love them and your own genes. It's a commercial about loving your own genes. Things they fail to mention. First of all, American Eagle has a Jewish CEO, so I cannot imagine having a agenda. Secondly, American Eagle has other current ads with lots of racial diversity and features models with literal disabilities, so eugenics seems like a wild claim.
I'm not woke enough, and I genuinely couldn't give a shit. That's a jeans ad with a play on the jeans and jeans word as far as I'm concerned. Y'all be looking way too deep into shit. Like, nowhere in that ad does it specifically say that blonde hair and blue eyes are superior genes.
We have transgenders on cover magazines for beauty products. We have boys that love playing with makeup displayed on those magazines as well. We have girls in all different shades of black, all different shapes, sizes, and proportions displayed on modeling covers. I'm a gay man, and by no means am I skinny, but when I watched that commercial of Sydney Sweeney, it did not bother me. She is a gorgeous girl, and she did exactly what she got paid to do. Now, had it been anybody but a white chick doing that commercial, everybody would have been fine. But now, people don't want white people on magazine covers, and that's wrong. That is so wrong, because it is 2025. Enough is enough.
A couple American political figures even voiced their opinions on the viral outrage towards the ad. Senator Ted Cruz shared a story on the ad's backlash to his X account, writing, "Wow, now the crazy left has come out against beautiful women. I'm sure that will poll well." And White House communications manager Stephen Chung shared an MSNBC cover on the story to his X account, adding, "Cancel culture run amok. This warped, moronic, and dense liberal thinking is a big reason why Americans voted the way they did in 2024. They're tired of this bullshit." But others couldn't quite figure the ad out at all. As a marketing major, what even is the target audience? As a woman, this is making me not want to buy American Eagle jeans. Is she trying to sell women's jeans to men? Though one TikToker had an idea that has to do with the fact that American Eagle stocks actually jumped after the ad's campaign release.
They are not trying to sell jeans to women. They are trying to sell stock to men. And it's working. Listen, I didn't get this either. I was like, what are they doing? This is not how you sell jeans to women. And then my boyfriend, who is into stocks, was like, oh, they know exactly what they're doing. They want to drive up the American Eagle stock. And who buys stock? Predominantly men. This right here is a screenshot from his phone, where you can clearly see that that is exactly what's happening. Like, it doesn't get any more straightforward than this. It is so sad that this is what it's come to. Companies that are supposed to be attracting women care more about attracting men so that they do better on the stock market. So next time you see a super seductive sexualized ad of Sydney Sweeney, which I'm sure it's gonna happen again, look at what the company's stock is looking like. Because I guarantee it will be going up. Again, plus 18.93%. Do with this information what you will.
Many were quick to point out the similarities between this ad and another ad for jeans from a few decades ago. This uncomfortably reminded me of Brooke Shields' Calvin Klein ad. It reminds me of the Calvin Klein ad that Brooke Shields did in 1980, both talking about jeans whilst doing up their jeans. But that ad was talked about because at the time Brooke was 14, and the ad still stands as very inappropriate and insensitive. This is genuinely a crazy thing to remake, especially after Brooke Shields came forward about that experience in her documentary. To give context, in 1980, 15-year-old Brooke Shields starred in a series of ads for Calvin Klein where, in one of them, she famously said, "You want to know what comes between me and my Calvins? Nothing." A line that paired with her age and the sultry tone sparked national outrage and was banned from several networks. In another one of the ads, her script was very similar to that of Sydney Sweeney's new ad with American Eagle.
Richard Avedon was doing this campaign, and Calvin wanted me
to make jeans.
They have said, we're going to do a series of cinematic commercials. It's going to be a play on what a jean is.
In the ad, she could be heard saying, "The secret of life lies hidden in the genetic code. Genes are fundamental in determining the characteristics of an individual and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations. Occasionally, certain conditions produce a structural change in the gene which will bring about the process of evolution. This may occur in one or more of the following ways. First, by selective mating, in which a single gene type proves superior in transmitting its genes to future generations. Secondly, by gene drift, in which certain genes may fade away while other genes persist. And finally, by natural selection, which filters out those genes better equipped than others to endure in the environment. This may result in the origin of an entirely new species, which brings us to Calvin's and the survival of the fittest, Calvin Klein jeans." Brooke later admitted that she didn't fully understand the suggestive tone of the Calvin Klein ad at the time, saying in interviews and her memoir that she was naive and simply delivering the line as directed, without grasping how provocative it would be perceived. TikToker Barbie Brains, who was a history PhD student, wanted to point out a crucial difference between the two ads.
Now, when comparing the Calvin Klein and American Eagle ad, it's important and critical to know that even though genetics are explicitly talked about at length in the Calvin Klein ad, it's not done in the same way as the American Eagle ad, because whereas the American Eagle ad explicitly says Sydney Sweeney has great genes with a G, This ad talks about genetics, but it doesn't say that Brooke Shields has great genes. It doesn't imply anything about the audience having good or bad genes. It doesn't really make a comment or really apply a positive or negative tilt to the genes being discussed. It just is talking about different ways of genetic mutation. And then the final punchline is notably centered on Calvin Klein having the fittest jeans with the J. At that point, we moved on from talking about jeans with the G.
She also wanted to give a bit of history when it comes to ads that reference genetics.
The next ad that we're pulling from the archives is this Tommy Hilfiger and Aaliyah collab from the 90s. Now, similarly to the Brooke Shields ad, genetics are a topic in this advertisement, but it's notably different how it's done. Aaliyah starts off by basically talking about where she gets different traits from. And then the punchline of the ad is, and Tommy's not my dad, but I have Tommy's jeans, because she literally has on Tommy Hilfiger jeans. So as we can see, this is, again, notably different from the American Eagle and Sydney Sweeney ad, because nowhere in this entire advertisement does anybody talk about good jeans, bad jeans. She didn't even say if Tommy's jeans are good or bad. She just says she has on Tommy's jeans. And the last ad I'm going to point out is this one from Old Navy featuring Precious Lee, in which the caption is, Precious Lee has good jeans with a J. No mention is made to jeans with a G here at all. And therein lies the difference between the American Eagle ad and all these other jean advertisements as they've been done historically. Whereas the other ads make it very explicit that their punchline is jeans with a J, the American Eagle ad actually has a dual punchline, that being Sydney Sweeney has great jeans with a G and we have great jeans with a J. That is where the eugenics controversy comes in.
Some people had ideas on how this most recent American Eagle ad could be made more inclusive. They had so much potential with the has great genes. They could have put multiple people of multiple nationalities all happy and together. They should keep the same campaign going. Zoe Kravitz, Ayo Adebri, Lalisa Manoble, Michael B. Jordan, etc. But since the original, most controversial genetics referencing ad was removed from the American Eagle website and their social media after the backlash, only time will tell if the company will take these commenters' advice. An old video has resurfaced where she tearfully addresses the camera over the hate she was receiving at the time. Though the clip isn't new or about the current jeans backlash, some people are posting it as if it is, adding Sydney Sweeney responds to American Eagle campaign to the video.
And I would never actually do this, like ever. But I think it's really important for people to see how words actually affect people. And I know everyone says, like, you can't read things and you shouldn't read things, but like, I'm a f***ing person. I'm just sitting here with my dog Tank watching HGTV, wearing my Stuggy, like, I don't know. People need to be nicer on social media, because it's really
And just a week later, Dunkin' Donuts puts out an ad that some saw as a nod to the controversy surrounding Sydney's jeans campaign.
Look, I didn't ask to be the king of summer. It just kind of happened. This tan? Genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer. Literally. I can't help it. Every time I drink a Dunkin' Golden Hour refresher, it's like the sun just finds me. So if sipping these refreshers makes me the king of summer, guilty as charged.
Many saw it as furthering the negative dialogue picked up in the American Eagle ad. Why are ads so obsessed with genetics all of a sudden? What in the Sydney Sweeney did I just watch? Genuinely, what does a drink have to do with genetics? But not everyone agreed with this Dunkin' upset.
The focus of this was literally the drink and summer and being golden. Y'all gotta relax and give it up.
And now y'all want to cancel Dunkin' too? Like, I promise you, if Dunkin' Donuts had a flamboyant twink with makeup on saying the same exact thing that boy said, everybody would have been fine. Y'all be for real.
And even Abercrombie decided to use this bad press surrounding the American Eagle jeans ad to create a little something of their own.
I'm here with Abercrombie today on set in New York City. I'm having the best time ever. Literally the best time ever.
Denim should feel like being comfortable in your own skin. Putting on a good pair of jeans and your butt looks good is the biggest confidence boost.
Denim should feel like a second skin. It should be comfortable, but also form-fitting to make you feel super confident.
Denim should feel like you. Am I having fun today? This is the best day of my life. Yes. It's been incredible.
And people were impressed, to say the least. Abercrombie deliberately choosing to emphasize the word denim and not jeans? Well played, Abercrombie. Now this is a jeans ad. Abercrombie quick with it, LOL. Haven't shopped at Abercrombie in years, but guess whose birthday is coming up? I love that you guys get it. Great job, great marketing campaign. Love, love, love.
I never thought that I would say this, but Abercrombie evolved and changed, and they made like their best at it. They were quick with it. They made the anti-American Eagle ad. After American Eagle came out with their jeans, great jeans, basically a white pride ad, Abercrombie came out with this beautiful gem showing all of these gorgeous women and their butt. And now it kind of makes me want to get some Abercrombie jeans, which I've never said before in my life, but here we are.
Whether you see it as a harmless pun or a political dog whistle, the Sydney Sweeney jeans ad clearly struck a nerve. It touched on a long-running debate about beauty standards, marketing ethics, and the fine line between edgy and inappropriate. In today's culture, even a pair of jeans can ignite a conversation much bigger than denim. Let us know where you stand in the comments. Was it overblown or overdue? And if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to help us create more similar content, like this one where a CEO's viral Jumbotron moment is now quickly spiraling as former employees begin speaking out and accusing him of things they'd stayed silent about for years.